Guys, I am Twisted Tiff for you, right back in through your camera, phone, laptop, TV, whatever you want to call it. If I'm on your TV, I'm greatly appreciated about that. But I thought I would do another video of one of the 13 ghosts. And I thought today we should talk about the torso. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, so the torso, who is actually played by Daniel Wesley, is actually an individual in the movie. He has a name. It's not the torso. I know, mind-boggling, right? His name is Jimmy the Gambler Gambino. And why do I feel like that is such a cliche name? I feel like it is. Like, when it comes to, like, a mafia name, why is it Gambino? Like, why is it Gambino? Unfortunately, in my last video for The Great Child and the Dire Mother, I forgot to, mention what the hell the movie is about. My bad. So let me give you a little rendition before we talk about Jimmy Gambino, okay? So, this is Cyrus. Cyrus, bad dude. You don't like Cyrus. Nobody likes Cyrus. If I had the opportunity, I would kill him too. Because, but they did it for me. So it's like, I had no point. But the actor, on the other hand, Peachy Keen Jellybean. Alright, so this is Dennis. You love him, you hate him. You hate him at the beginning, but you love him. You can't help it. You kind of love Matthew Lillard too. Just throwing it out there. Kalina. Kalina, you think, is a good guy at the beginning. Oh, hell no, she is not a good person. She is Cyrus's lover. Surprise! So she tries to do I'm gonna save all the ghosts because they're people too. And you're like, nah, go just F yourself. Why don't you? It's okay. He does it for ya. It's all good. She ends up having a peachy death. And so does Benjamin. You don't like Benjamin. Then there's Arthur, Kathy, Bobby, and Maggie. So Arthur, Kathy, and Bobby are related to Cyrus. And Cyrus decides to leave everything, including this glass house, to Arthur, to make up for all the time that they didn't spend bull crap together, back and past, whatever. Maggie is the babysitter of Kathy and Bobby, even though Kathy could take care of herself, all that fun crap. So they move into this house that has this machine, which is the Eye of Hell, the Arcanum, and you can see past, present, future, blah, blah, blah. If you want to know more about it, I'll leave it at the end. I did a whole 30-minute video on it, explaining the whole 9 yards about the whole flipping thing, okay? But short rendition, shit goes south, ghosts get let out, people die, happy ending, shit goes boom, all that fun stuff. Now let's get back into Jimmy. Now, Jimmy had a very bad habit of gambling. Weird. Jimmy, the Gambler Gambino. But he loved the track so much. He was absolutely brainwashed by it. He bid day and night until the damn thing closed, which was probably the worst decision he ever had in his entire life. So he was so addicted to it that he actually placed a bet after asking a rich man for money. And you know how that is. You never deal with them sharks, man. Don't deal with the sharks. You will always drown. Seriously. Don't do it. Well, after placing a bet on a boxing match on one of the boxers, the boxer failed. And guess what? Jimmy failed too. Weird. So Jimmy decided that he was going to try to dip out because now not only he owed the boxer a crap ton of money, he owed the rich businessman a shit ton of money too. So he was like, nah, I'm dipping out. Well, guess what? He was just a little bit too slow to get out of town, and they found him, both the boxer and the rich man, and they said, you're gonna be sleeping with the fishes. Seriously. So what did they do? They actually chopped him up into chunks, saran wrapped his ass in all that saran wrap that you see him in the movie, and threw him into the ocean. What a great way to die, isn't it? Yeah, that's totally the way I want to go. Yeah, nut. Now, in the movie, you always see him walking actually just by his arms, and his head is always somewhere close by because, you know, he don't need a head. He does perfectly fine the way that is. He's a ghost. He don't need that shit no more. But yeah, you see him with cellophane all over his body. He is walking with just his, you know, hands. You don't ever see his legs or any of that fun stuff. You just see his hands and his head. To be quite honest, the only time you actually see this ghost in the movie is when Bobby goes downstairs and sees all the other ghosts, like the bound woman and the withered lover, which is his mom, and all of that fun stuff. You don't actually see him until they're all summoned to the little spin turnaround thingy at the end where the machine is. So he doesn't have a huge role at all in this movie. But a little known fact, there is no CGI when it goes to that movie, because if you see behind the scenes, it's actually an individual who plays him who has no legs anyway. And the only thing that is CGI is the head, obviously. And if you really didn't think that the head was CGI, you have a problem. Yeah, there's a dude that's alive in this world that has no head. Miracle! Miracle! So he was in a gang, and it was called the Finger Vatello. Vatello. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so what they believe is he fainted during the game, is what the original plan was. He fainted during the game, and when he woke up, it was his gang and the fighter who killed him. When in reality, the less source people are the ones that told him that he tried to slip out of town, and that's how he got the cuts. You never try to slip out of town. Seriously, they're gonna find you either way. It always happens. And if you're lucky enough to not get caught, miracle in itself. The funnier part about the torso is because, you know, the dude don't have a head, but yet when he approaches you in the movie, all you hear is muffled screams because of the cellophane all over his face. But it's like, bro, your vocals got severed. I get you're a ghost. I freaking get it. But like, how you making all that freaking noise? They covered it up with cellophane, dude. You have no way of doing that. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Because like, hello. Now, in the Arcanum, his little symbol, you know, down below, Arcanum, okay? Arcanum, symbol, everything, machine. We're just gonna throw that into the whole loop. So his name down below is like, it's called like Truncis or something like that. But the definition for that is trunk, because obviously the bro ended up in a trunk after all. Before slipping with the fishes. Gotta transport that body some way possible. The torso obviously is one of the more mellowed down. If anything, he is the most mellowed down ghost. Because why? Does it look like the bro can do anything? Dude doesn't even know probably where he's walking half the dang time because his freaking head is like trolloping along behind him. Dude don't know what he doing. He just cruising, man. But yeah, he doesn't harm anybody in the movie. Actually, most of the ghosts actually don't even harm anybody in the movie. The only ones that actually do harm anybody in the movie is the Jackal, the Hammer, and the Juggernaut. Well, okay, let's be honest here. All the ghosts harm somebody at the end of the movie, but he deserved it. Like, the guy was asking for it. Come on! You would have done it too. just throwing it there, you know, shade. And obviously, due to his whole circumstance and stuff like that, he is the only ghost that does not throw Cyrus into the little blades at the end of the movie. We all know why. Because the dude can't even match up with the rest of the ghosts. So it's like, what is he gonna do? So Jimmy is a Taurus, which makes a lot of sense because he is highly addicted to his possessions, but he also is very stubborn. Tauruses are highly possessive and they're very stubborn with most of their signs. And if you're a Taurus and you're watching this, I'm just telling the truth, okay? You could go on and read up all about it, all right? And if you don't believe it, it's probably because you are, and you just don't see it because you have that film over your face. That's like, nah, bruh, nah, I ain't stubborn. Well, why are you arguing with me? Stubborn. They're also considered more of the lazier signs. Now, I'm not saying that every Taurus that comes my way is lazy, okay? That's not what I'm throwing out here or anything like that. It's just, it says in the zodiacs that they're more of the lazy ones, which would make sense because he doesn't harm anybody. But you can't say that he's lazy because he doesn't harm anybody, because the dude can't. How many times do I gotta say this? Like, he can't. He doesn't have a head. His head falls behind. The dude don't have legs. Hello. Plain and simple. I just don't. And last but not least, a little known fact about this guy is that he has a symbol, and his symbol are poker cards. Granted, he's a gambler. I get it. So I kind of get the gist of why he has the cards as a poker thing. But it's like, that's not why he died. He died because he did a very bad, bet on a boxing match. So why isn't it like boxing gloves or something like that? I don't know. I just don't. But that is the more you know about the torso. So if you ended up liking this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if you know any more about this shit that I don't, but I don't know how you would. You probably know just as much as I do. Just saying. I say just saying a lot in these videos, but I wouldn't have to if it wasn't true. Yeah. But until next time, my people, I am Twisted Tiff for ya. Bye-bye!